Hi, I'm Cautex, and now that Blizzard has finally enabled double legendaries on the PTR, I spent my afternoon at the training dummies testing out most of the candidates for best legendary combinations for DPS warriors. In this video, I'm going to be going over my results for all of the target dummy time that I spent, so let's get started. While there are ways to simulate double legendaries in raid bots, the tier set bonuses are not yet implemented, and so I had to do things manually. How I ran these tests was that for each setup, I would DPS a regular training dummy for 5 minutes straight, and I did this multiple times. Now, because everyone, their grandma, and their grandma's hamster was also testing things out, I made sure that the training dummies all had the 5% physical damage monk debuff, as well as the demon hunter 5% magical damage debuff. While DPSing, even if the training dummy entered execute range, I wouldn't use it unless I got a sudden death proc. For all of these tests, I was running the 4-piece tier set bonuses, and for all of my other gear, I was just running my standard arms and fury gear, and I was not using any of the 272 PvP gear that was available from the vendors. Now, the combinations that you would expect to be good are indeed good. Combinations such as Elysian Might and Signet of Tormented Kings, Enduring Blow and Elysian Might, Sinful Surge and Deathmaker, stuff like that. They all ended up being pretty good. And before getting into some of the more specific numerical comparisons, there are a couple of interesting patterns that I noticed while testing that I'd like to highlight. For example, when running Glory and Signet, I was averaging 30 to 40% uptime on Banner, and at one point I was able to maintain a Banner buff for nearly 45 seconds. The second thing that I noticed is that when running Signet with the 4-piece bonus, I was able to achieve Recklessness uptimes as high as 75%. Anyway, that's neat and all, but what's the best combination? From my target dummy testing, Fury with Elysian Might and Signet of Tormented Kings was the winner, averaging around 10,000 DPS. Though Deathmaker and Sinful Surge was able to maintain around 11,000 DPS during Condemn windows, but it obviously suffered greatly outside of that. But of course, Sinful Surge can be a bit of a trap depending on the encounter design, so I'm going to be holding judgment on that. The two best arms combinations were Enduring Blow and Elysian Might, and Enduring Blow and Nature's Fury. Both of these combinations were averaging around 9.5k DPS, though Elysian Might was consistently doing just slightly more overall damage. So if we just blindly accept these numbers, that puts Fury roughly 5% ahead of arms. But that of course does not tell the whole story. The design and timings of the encounters in the Sepulchre, the first ones, is going to play a major role in deciding what's the meta for DPS warriors in 9.2. At the time of recording this video, there's only been 3 bosses tested on Mythic, which has been Cautex, Dysogny, and Zymox. Once the Mythic testing is done, I will be making a video going over my thoughts on all of the fights that were tested and which ones I think are better for Arms and Fury, but in the meantime, for these 3 fights, I think that Cautex does fit really well for even a Sinful Surge fight because it is just pure single target. Dysogny has a really clear benefit for Arms because of the timing of the ad that spawns, and then Zymox works really well for Fury because of the AoE requirements of that fight. So it's really not yet clear which is going to be the meta, but Fury is looking pretty good right now. So in the meantime, while we're waiting for all the Mythic testing to get done, tell me why my opinions are dumb. If you've been spending time in the PTR hitting the training dummies, are the results that I've been seeing in line with what you've been seeing? Have you figured out some special legendary combo that no one else is talking about? Let me know in the comments. And lastly, I just want to say thank you for watching this video, and subscribe for more.